Thank you so much, our dear listener and viewer, for joining us this particular time. We are here in His Royal Highness Senior Chief Magadi's palace, where we just want to interact with him and find out what has happened lately and get the correct information from here. Of course, there is a story that we have been running where someone was complaining that His Royal Highness was not in attendance for some projects that were taking place a few days ago. We just want to understand what really transpired and indeed for His Royal Highness to speak for himself. We are at his palace right now to just have this short interaction with him. Nkosi tiwonge nkanira kuti ise bakanera FM mwatipanyengo ya kucheza namwe pano pakomo na kuti tipulike kuyana na madando ga vantu fanyake bakuti chasonosono hapa kukawa milimo inje neyo ilikuteveteka kwene bateveti banje wa boma bakiza na kulabisisika kuti milimo hii kutulirika ku bantu kwene valije kuonapo imwe Nkosi panyengo ya kutulira vitu kuko hivi sono tapenje sanga kumanya nchichi chomene chenecho chikachitika pasiku lile
ya ipepani dadi commissioning ikashitika kwa Nkanga na kapekesa kuchura health post isengani semafumu maybe by Senior Chief Magadi. I was not informed, and this is really unfortunate because we work with the government. The president has consecutively something that has not sat well with me because we have appeared as though we are against government, like we don't appreciate the efforts the president is making through what is introduced through CTF, social cost transfer, free education. So indeed we are disappointed that the DC and the area MP failed or Panyaki Wakaluwait to inform us who are the owners of this land. We are here as leaders, we love our people and we want development here in Chasef. So we believe that this was going to be an opportunity to show our appreciation, our joy, that indeed we appreciate what is happening. So really, it is really unfortunate.
Now that all this has happened, you were snubbed. You were not informed. Even the event took place without your presence, not even your representation. What would be your appeal to government officials or indeed the government itself?
For me, I feel especially those political leaders that belong to this district, they must abide by protocol. Let's work together. If we are to promote peace and development in this area, it is important that we are seen to work together. Let's inform each other. Let's do things together. That is very, very important. And going forward, I would want to advise the DC and also the area Member of Parliament, Meshek Nyambose, to work with us, to inform us, especially on these very important projects. It's very, very important that we are kept updated. They need to update us, and especially that these things are happening here. It was very, very important that we should have been there. We should have been informed. And the ministers, for the first time coming into the district, they should have at least come to us. Even if there was no time, at least we should have been aware of their coming. We are going to send someone to represent us because of time. That's why we've got senior group headmen in donors across my chiefdom. There are senior group headmen, in donors, Mumuzana. I could have found someone since they're saying that they came with a chopper. Maybe I was going to allow someone to, or I was going to delegate someone to represent me at least. So at least we are not completely left out.
Others, Your Royal Highness, jokingly saying this development that was being commissioned is meant for your people. So even if you were not present, this will still benefit your people. Maybe what would be your reaction to such statements?
That is true. That is true, but not 100% true. Because, like I said, development has come for everyone, not just for the people, including us, traditional leadership. We are also part, we are all to benefit from the peace that will come through this police post in Magadi chiefdom. So to say that it has only come for the people, it is not 100% true. And as leaders, we must know what is happening. We are not against development, but we should inform each other for the fact that this is our chiefdom. Every home has got its own laws. So you can't do anything minus informing the owner of the house. So I believe that this was really done, but we could have been informed to show support and also show joy and appreciation to the government for what they are doing.
We have seen you meet His Excellency at State House. You have had a very cordial relationship with the government of the Republic of Zambia. Being snubbed for such big projects that you feel will not only uplift the living standards of your people, but are changing the image of your chiefdom. How do you feel going forward?
Like I said, the president has always said one Zambia, one nation. And I personally have actually married from Southern Province. That's why this didn't sit well with me, because I'm in good books with the president. I support him wholeheartedly, and that's why I'm sad that this happened, because it has made me appear like I'm against or I don't appreciate. But meanwhile, the truth is that I was not informed. We were not invited to this event.
Maybe you, Your Royal Highness, knowing that this has happened in our area, good development, of course, what would be your word to His Excellency for this development that you've received, despite you not attending the commissioning event?
Let me just show appreciation for what he has done. He has not segregated any district across Zambia. He's been distributing CDF funds equally across all 156 districts, and surely our district is now shaping very well in terms of infrastructure development. I just want to say thank you. These squabbles on the grounds, they will be settled, as I believe that the area member of parliament and the DC, they are to come officially to apologize for this mistake.
Thank you so much, Your Highness, for according us an opportunity to speak with you. Very rare that you have really allowed Kanele FM to just have your side of the story, because when we got this story first, we were thinking maybe it's just politicking as usual, and definitely this is why we have come to just get the first-hand information from you. Thank you so much for according us this opportunity.
Thank you.
All right, so we're speaking with His Royal Highness, Senior Chief Magadi, articulating issues regarding the commissioning of Nkanga police post by government the other day, where he was not invited. He has stressed the point that it is important for him to continue working with the government of the day that has brought quite a lot in here that he appreciates. And he has also made a point very clear that he is expecting the district commissioner, of course, as well as the member of parliament, to meet him and sort out this matter, so that whenever there are important programs of this sort, he is also included. Even if he is very busy, he will not be busy for development that will benefit his people. On behalf of Edward Band on camera, as well as my colleague, producer John Zayawan Mseteka, Stephen Nkoma, all the way from His Royal Highness Senior Chief Magadi's palace. Thank you so much for joining us once again. We have made another trip to now see His Royal Highness Inkosi Phikamalaza, also to get to share, because the issue that we were discussing with Inkosi Magadi is also something that affected him as well, because we want to actually find out if at all he was invited and then just decided to snub that very important event that we did see Minister of Local Government and others commissioning those government projects. We're actually at the palace here and would like to have a conversation with His Royal Highness. Your Royal Highness, thank you so much for allowing us to speak with you today on this very, very important issue. First of all, we would want to know, how did you come to know about this event that took place a few days ago?
Thanks very much, Mr. Nkoma. Otherwise, first of all, let me take this opportunity to thank the President for giving us what we requested for. More particularly the health post. These others I cannot mention, but there are so many. So I did to implore the head of state for the gesture that has been given to us as chiefdom as per our request. In the first place, I, Chief Phikamalaza, together with my subjects, looking at the distance from Kapekesa to Phikamalaza clinic, it is almost about 15 to 16 kilometers. So I felt it that my subjects were moving, at least there was a distance. So I thought it was said, no, let me talk to the government. That's why I had to request for another clinic at Kapekesa to shorten up the distance of my people. So the government responded to us by saying, no, Your Royal Highnesses will provide. We have already started a new police post at Nkanga in Senior Chief Magadi's area, and now we are coming to Phikamalaza to construct a health post at Kapekesa. So Your Royal Highness, I think we are in the pipeline to make sure that all these projects are done. But as per our request, the government honored us by giving us those facilities. And we as chiefs had to provide land to the government so that they do what they did. But unfortunately, part is that when the project started, not even at some point were we invited to see the process and how the project finished. As you may be aware, isetavantu tikachemeka na Inkosi Makosi mwambo witu wa Nkwara kushita nao almost each and every year. Tikata Nkwara, but in the process, tibotika kuti Senior Chief Kambombo has passed on. So Tawera Kula, I and Senior Chief Magadi, we didn't know anything. Nobody invited us to say this is what's going to happen at these two projects, that is namely Nkanga and Kapekesa, respectively. Tika Dabawaka Mazo, that was yesterday. What's yesterday? Yesterday morning. Somebody called me. Your Highness, are you aware that the minister, full-time cabinet minister, that is Honorable
Gary
Nkombo visited your chiefdom to commission the new rebuilt the new rebuilt health post at Kapekesa, said I didn't know anything. So I and Senior Chief Magadi, we know nothing about the commission of these two projects. I still remember last time when the government through CDF bought us those earth-moving equipments. Both of us, Senior Chief Magadi and I, were invited to go and witness the commission of those earth-moving equipments. But for this one, we don't know what happened.
You have worked well with the government. From your explanation, Your Royal Highness, you did request for this development, which has actually taken place. And you have given an example of the earth-moving equipment that you were a part of the official commissioning or handover that took place in the past. What do you think would have gone wrong for you not to be involved this time around?
Otherwise, let me say this. I myself, and Senior Chief Magadi, we have got a very good relationship with the government when it comes to working. Otherwise, the head of state, even the government itself, they have never disappointed us. But I don't know what actually transpired for us to be neglected in this particular situation, because we were supposed to have the word of what government has done to us. So government is going to look at us as chiefs, as maybe we are working in isolation and so on. But according to us chiefs, we are non-partisan. But when it comes to developments, the politicians should not politicize developments. The politicians themselves should not politicize development. We are non-partisan as chiefs. We have to work with every government that is in power. So the way I've been working with these other governments that have left. We are now in the new Dawn government, led by His Excellency the President of this Republic, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, who have worked very well with this government, and we are working very well with the government of the day. But the problem is, I don't know the reason why we are bypassed. I myself, Chief Phikamalaza, and Senior Chief Magadi.
Are you in a good work relationship with the local leadership? That is to say the DC and the Member of Parliament. Do you communicate promptly when it comes to these issues?
We don't. To me, I'd say we don't. Because if we are communicating, why did they inform us? They would have called us, because I understand this program, this arrangement of the minister coming to come and officiate these things, this provision started almost sometime 2 weeks ago. So the district administration would have informed us as chiefs, say, no, Your Highness, on such a date, there will be such an event taking place in your respective chiefdoms, particularly in Chasefu district. Because we as chiefs, we are supposed to thank our able leadership of His Excellency the President of what he has given it to us, what we requested for. But unfortunately, we are not part of that program. So the government will look at us as if maybe we are not working well with the government of the, or maybe we are neglecting government efforts, what is being provided to us as chiefs. So the relationship between us and the local administration, I think, is not all that well. I don't know what has brought sour between us and these people. I don't know. Most of the DC would have informed us. The DC would have informed us. The area member of parliament would have also considered us. Because the minister, he cannot get to where am I? Those people were supposed to make arrangements for the minister. So, I think in our midst we have got in these two chiefdoms we have got two chiefs. That's Senior Chief Magadi, Chief Phikamalaza. Those chiefs that make Chasefu district. But unfortunately, nobody even happened. Maybe even or maybe even to give us a call. Nobody.
What would be your words to them?
I think my words are that if this trend will continue, automatically these people are let down. It's not us chiefs that hate the president. You see, the local administration that hates the president. Because we chiefs, I and Chief Magadi, we requested for those two projects, and the government gave us. We're supposed to have a way to appreciate our government for what it has done. But these people, it's like they were not happy. That's why they didn't inform us of what the president did. Have you seen? So we as chiefs, we are not happy at all. We're not even happy at all.
Maybe a word to His Excellency for fulfilling your request of having a health post. as well as the police post that was also being constructed in senior Chief Magadi's chiefdom as well.
You know, these are very, you know, these are these are big institutions. These are big projects that have been given to us as two chiefs. So for the president, because what we asked for is what he has given us. So we just thank the president for what he has done to us. Because he has shortened up the distance of our people traveling from very far places to go and fetch for health services. You know that. So what a good the president has done to us. So for any information, I would rather say what the president is doing. Like last time when we met at Inkwara, even as what saying, government has to make sure that development should be taken to all parts of the country. Regardless where they hate me, they don't love you, but development has to reach those people. And this is what he has done. So the government should look into this seriously. Otherwise, we are the ones that gave land for them to construct those facilities. A health post as well as a clinic. But at the end of the day, we are not part of that commissioning. So, as I said earlier, how is government going to look at us two chiefs? As maybe we're just working in isolation without government. So we cannot have a meaningful development without government involvement. So we chiefs, as I said earlier, we are non-partisan. We are supposed to be working with every government that is in power. So, our president, we don't have a problem with the president. The president is just a good man. But those that are on the ground, starting with the district commissioner, the area member of parliament, or even the minister are going home. We chiefs don't have a problem because I want to guessing kuti afumu banjani kwa afumu banjani. But bala kuno Maroko eva kajuranga. And in fact that project, let me just give an example. That project we are talking about, the Kapekesa clinic. This project for where it is now, it is because of Rufai Ngoma. The district commissioner has been transferred to where? To Rumes. He's the one who initiated that thing. Afterward, because the government, and in fact it was the man that in fact considered to first to have that facility there. Others have just come to commission, but they don't know what happened. We have given them land to build where these facilities are. But when they started constructing these things, even the process, even the stages where they are, we don't even know. But people just come and do what? And the commission things that they don't know.
We are certain, based on the conversation we had with Senior Chief Magadi, he has summoned the two people you have mentioned. Do you have intentions of having a conversation with them as well, so that going forward things are supposed to be handled in a different way?
I think as for me, these people, even if they can be called, to me, they just have a hate for the chiefs, for us chiefs. I myself and Senior Chief Magadi. So we need to be very careful, otherwise these people are tarnishing our name to the government. They are not fair to us. They don't mean well to us, because these people, they know tradition very well. They were supposed to inform us well in advance. So even if you may call them, I don't think if they can listen. But otherwise, they hate us. They want just tarnish to damage our reputation as chiefs.
You are stakeholders in terms of these developmental projects that government is undertaking. But if you are being sidelined in this particular way, do you expect your respective areas to be developed?
No, they can't be developed, because right now maybe they're not satisfied because we voted for them to bring us development. The DC is there to monitor government projects together with their Royal Highnesses. Maybe they want to become chiefs as well. Maybe they're not satisfied with the position that they were given. Then how do they sideline us? Because a chiefdom, a chiefdom cannot attain a meaningful development if we don't work with the government. The government can only come if the chiefs work with the government. So if the government is one that is draining us, then where are they putting us? Okay, if you offended them in any way, why can't they just come, no, why we didn't come to you? Because you did this to us. So, like for me, calling them is not an issue, but obviously, there are people, to me, the chief can talk to them, but to me, a president, they have to look into this issue seriously. Otherwise, these are a letdown to the president.
Any recommendations?
For what?
For these officials to the president?
The president is a big man. He will know what to do with them. Okay, I cannot tell him what to do, but he's going to do what he knows.
All right, Royal Highness, thank you so much for speaking with us. We got wind of this story, and we thought it important to have a conversation with you and get to hear a story from your side, because what we got were just mere rumors, and maybe we're thinking probably you just snubbed this particular program for your own benefit.
Okay, just for that, just imagine, as big as the minister is, cabinet minister, even you cannot visit the area chiefs where the development is taking place. All the way from Chama, just passing through without meeting, not meeting even a headman. Because we had something to say, like I said, we had something to say to government. Or maybe we had some other things that we wanted to request government to do for us. And they just went like that. So it's like these people, they don't know our culture. They have disrespected us chiefs. So for me, I cannot invite them, but the president will do something for them. Otherwise, these people, I don't know.
That's all we could accommodate on this special show right here in Inkosi Phikamalaza's place. We were speaking with the Royal Highness to address an issue to do with the recent commissioning of Kapekesa Rural Health Post as well as Nkanga Police Post. These projects have actually been done under the Constituency Development Fund, the enhanced ones, of course, in Senior Chief Magadi as well as Chief Phikamalaza. But the Royal Highnesses were not a part of this event. They were not invited, and definitely they don't feel happy about this. On behalf of John Zayawan Mseteka, my producer, as well as Edward Banda on camera, I'm Stephen Nkoma. Thank you so much for tuning in to this. Bye-bye.